Okay, so first of all, I am suffering from a very high state of vertigo. Like I could not see from a window or from a balcony before I skydive. Like I could not get close to the edge without freaking out. And then one day, Friday night, I'm chilling in my house, and the best friend of my brother calls, and my brother's not there, and I say hello, what are you up to? And he's like, yeah, I have 14 jumps, skydive jumps. I'm like, what? Skydive? I imagine myself like they're jumping around canopies and like war and belly reserves and all that. Like I'm like, you guys are crazy. What do you mean you're jumping skydiving? I've never seen a skydiving before. And he's like, yeah, it's super cool. We are going tomorrow morning to the drops, and you wanna come with us, and then you just can check it out and see how it looks. I'm like, yeah, sure. I have nothing to do. So they picked me up early in the morning, and we drove there. And actually, the instructor who was giving the ground course was with us in the car, and then they started talking about skydiving and this and that. And I was like, okay, maybe it's not what I think. And then I arrived, and I was not planning at all whatsoever of becoming or doing a jump. And then they went because there was low clouds, and they did a hop and pop, and I could see them clearly from the Cessna just hop and popping and landing. And I'm like, okay, that's the coolest thing I have ever seen. When do you have a course? And we'll have one in 10 minutes starting. So I'm like, okay, sign me in. So I sat for 5 hours ground course and sunset load. Okay, let's go. We're jumping. And then I was like really scared. Like, so I relate to people who's scared, and I like them. I like people who's nervous because I relate to them, because I was so scared my first jump that they opened the door and the instructor, she's like, okay, are you ready to jump? I'm like, no, I'm not jumping. No, I'm not jumping. So they close the door, go around, open the door again. Do you want to jump? No, I'm not jumping. And I was like literally not jumping. And then like they close the door and says like, okay, look, that's the last time. We're gonna open the door. If you don't jump, we're gonna go down. I'm like, okay, you can go down now. I'm not jumping. They're like, no, we're gonna go around again. And then she came close to me and said like, okay, are you ready to jump? Let's go. And I didn't know what happened. I blacked out. And when I came back, I was hanging from the wing of the plane. And she was like, go. And I was like, no. And I left. And that moment where I left, I just felt so good for those microseconds, because she was holding my pilot chute, and it's just like a hop and pop, no? But it felt so good. And I was like, okay, I need to do this again. So next morning was Mother's Day. So I get up and say like, Mom, I'm sorry, but I need to do this again. I I cannot, like I cannot. I need to know if that what I felt is what I think it is. And she's like, yeah, it's okay, no problem. Go and do the second jump, and I did. And same thing in the door. Open the door. You want to jump? No. So we went around. The second time I jumped, and then I kind of like managed to go over fear. And now 18,000 jumps later, we're here in PD. Yes. Most proud moment.